Hello, and welcome back to the Learning English Fast podcast. I'm your host, Eli. Thank you so much for watching or listening to me today. The transcript, as usual, is down in the description, as well as a vocabulary list for any of you who want to practice and follow along with me. All right, so today's topic, actually just want to share some personal stories of my time in China. So before I share it, I just want to talk a little bit about street performers. So a street performer is someone that does music or a special activity on the street for other people to watch. And usually after they finish their performance, they will take, a hat or, a box, and people put money into the box. And there are so many different kinds of street performers. There are some street performers that, they use monkeys and the monkeys walk around. Some other street performers do some special dances. But the street performers I want to talk about today are those who do music. And in China, where I lived, there was a nearby street called Bar Street, Balu. And at that street, there were so many street performers and so many bars. And when I first came to China, I had no friends. I had no one that I knew. And I really wanted to connect with some of the people that were there. So I was thinking, I think I'll try to join some street performers because I have a musical background. I can play guitar, piano, and the cajon, like a special instrument. And so when I was there in China, I purchased a special cajon and I took the cajon onto the bar street and I found someone that was playing guitar by themselves. There was not too many people watching him, but I went over and then I spoke very bad Chinese and I said, "Hey, can I join you and play?" And he said, "Of course, play with me." So I put down my cajon next to him. He played his music, and I don't know any of the songs, but I'm able to listen to the rhythm and follow along. And so we played together, and more people gathered around, and they started cheering and taking pictures and throwing money into his hat. So he got so much money on that night. I got nothing. But that's okay because I made a new friend. And so it happened, I got his contact information. And whenever he would perform, sometimes he would send me a message and say, "Hey, Eli, I'm performing over here. You want to join me?" And so me and him, we became good friends and we performed together and we went to different restaurants together just to hang out. He became a good friend of mine. And I also did that with so many other people too. But this one, he was the number one. And even when my brother came to visit me in China, we connected with this guy and he showed us around the city and he became a good tour guide as well. And I was also able to really practice my Chinese. A funny story when I was doing it one time with him is we were at the river, nearby the riverside, and a crowd is coming. And there was one person who came out of the bar and he was very, very drunk. Oh, sorry, not he, she. It was a girl. And she was very, very drunk and she was walking with her boyfriend. And she heard the music and she came over and she was clapping like this. And she was dancing like this. And again, we're just doing our music. And then she took out some money. And it was a lot of money too. It was so much. And usually people just throw in some coins, but she had some bills. And she said, Han Hao Ting, it sounds so good. It sounds so good. And she wants to put the money into the hat. And her boyfriend's saying, "No, no, don't put it in. That's too much. Don't put it in." But she's like, "No, no, it's so good." And she lets go and it falls into the hat. And my friend says, "Thank you." And he keeps playing. But I was laughing so much, and there were so many people around me laughing as well because it was so funny to see. Because she wants to give money, but it was a lot of money. So my friend, he was very happy, and we went out to eat some good food after that. But that was just really funny to see. And I think that's the reason why he usually performs on the bar street, because if someone is very, very drunk, it's very easy for them to, throw money away or just, put money somewhere. So I think he is a very good businessman because he knows, these people, they have money to spend. They buy drinks, they can pay money also for the music. And speaking of, again, street performers, here in Japan, I remember one day my wife and I were going to a hot spring. And in the city of this hot spring, I heard some music. Doo-doom, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doom. A drum. And I'm thinking, what? What could that be? And so we followed the sound, and there was a single man wearing a red shirt. And on his shoulder, there was a monkey, also wearing a red shirt. And a crowd started to form. And the monkey did an amazing performance. It started dancing. It could stand on one foot. It could take money from the crowd. I mean, it was a very, very smart monkey. And my personal thought for myself is if I watch a street performer for at least 1 minute, I have to give some money to that person because I give them my time. So I should also give them my money. But if I watch them for less than 1 minute, then I will not give them money. And so if it's not interesting, I look at my watch and I time. I'm like, okay, is it good? Is it good? No, let's go. And my wife knows that, Eli, it's almost 1 minute. Do you want to stay? I'm like, yeah, I want to stay. It's interesting. And so that's something I do in my personal life for decisions for street performers. But I actually have so much respect for people performing on the street because it takes so much courage. It takes so much skill because when you're performing on the street, everyone around you can hear you. So if you don't sound good or if you make a mistake, many people will see it. And in today's world, everyone has cell phones. So everyone will record your mistake if you do it. So I think it takes so much courage and bravery to do street performing. And for me, maybe one day I want to do some street performing, but maybe something not too crazy. I prefer doing the drums. But what about for you guys? Have you ever seen any interesting street performers? Please, I want to know. Tell me down in the comments. So thank you so much for listening or watching me today, and keep doing your best with English. If you want any help growing your own English, please contact me. There's a link down below. I have a special 30-minute free trial lesson for anyone who wants to practice speaking with me. All right, so keep doing your best, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.